Hi guys, David Texas here, and what you're looking at is a ES339 fake out of China. Now this is not mine, it's a friend of mine's, okay? Now I told him, don't buy one, go ahead and get the Epiphone. You know, you'll like it much more, and it's more versatile, and only, $300 more, okay? Maybe 400 bucks more. Anyway, there's the Epiphone ES339 Ultra I've got. Now I've got one just like this with Gibson pickups on it, and Gibson parts, and all that kind of good stuff. You've seen it. And he's using that right this minute, which he likes it, okay? But he likes my Epiphone even more, okay? I told him, buddy, with the money you're going to spend changing this guitar over to an Ultra, go on and buy an Ultra. He said, yeah, but this will be sitting there, and he wouldn't use it that much once he has an Ultra. I said, okay. Now, what he proposes I do is that I change this guitar over to an Ultra, right? Change the bridge up, right? Put a floating bridge on, which is going to take a hell of a doing, because see how close it comes to that three-way, right? Right on it. I have to trim this up both sides to make it level, otherwise it'll be lopsided. Put on a floating bridge, okay? That's the first little problem. Now, the second problem is, on the back of these Ultras are the controls for the nano pickup, the pickup that makes it into a acoustic sounding guitar, or really close to it, right? That's just not the half of it, okay? There you see the Ultra controls, I'm sorry, the nano magnet controls, nano pickup controls, right? Very easy to use, plus this battery compartment. And this is about the same size as the Les Paul cover, a little bit larger. Here's the hard part, guys. Looky here. There's a USB connector. There is a mono and stereo connector. And of course they both work. Now, he wants me to try to do this as well, since the board inside us will have it wired up. All I gotta do is connect the parts up and it's done pretty much. Okay? Now, another trick to this is, he does not want the tuner, okay? This tuner bracket was an extra $80, which he said he didn't want to spend. This little tuner right here, right? Which I couldn't understand. But he said if he keeps it without the tuner, it'll come in about the same price as I paid for this one. Back when I bought it, oh, let's see, I think I paid $5.99 for it. Right? All the parts he's getting from a friend at Epiphone, okay? And another trick has to be accomplished. I got to make room for this little nano pickup. You see that? Right on the fingerboard in front of this other pickup. So I got to drop his pickup down about a little more than half an inch to do it, make it work. Okay? As you can see here. This is right on the edge, right? And put some support underneath there as well. Okay? So drop this back some. Right? Open this up a bit. Not that hard of a task to do, really, after I looked at it and drew it out and all that kind of good stuff. The trick is, though, he promised me the wiring schematics will be coming along with these parts. Alright? Like any other Epiphone repair spot, okay? So he can get all the parts from a friend of his, okay? And the schematics. Which I gotta keep saying that. I need those schematics or forget it. Changing these bushings out to larger ones, no big deal. Just screw in the larger bushings. Sorry, this is that floating bridge. I'll plug these up with some dowels. Since they'll be covered most of the time, I'll just pretty much paint them yellow or yellowish like this color and put some shellac over them. So you don't see much of those at all. And the trick really is cutting the hole in this thing, okay? See, I've got to not only cut the hole, but I've got to drop back about 1/8 of an inch to allow for the lip, right, to form to hold up this gate or this cover. See all this? Alright, it's a nice little bridge in here. See that? Maybe even more than 1/8, maybe a 1/4 inch that this drops down to. Alright, so getting it line for line and measured up piece per piece, not a big deal, since these guitars are almost exactly the same except for the horns. Okay? That's about the only difference in measurements. Oh gosh, doing them differently, guys, I don't know. It's not going to be that easy a job to do. I'm still trying to convince him to go ahead and let me do what I originally planned to do with this guitar of his. Put in the Gibson pickups, right? Or even put in a set of tradition pickups that he wanted to have, like the ones I'm giving away. I said, you got to win them first, dude. Buy a set. And just pull in these pots. Like I was going to show you how to do this. Since this is ES, anyway, I was going to show you how to pull the pots in, set those up, and finish off that demo video on the Birdland. Okay, so it's already got lost and screwed up, that part of the video, how to do. I was going to do it by accomplishing it on this guitar, which is going to be much later if you insist upon going with the Ultra modifications, right? Another problem with this is the guitars are just barely open. You can see you got a hole between the pickups, and you got a hole between the pickup wiring and the controls is tiny. That's solid wood. It's not a piece of wood. That's solid wood in there. And if you cut that out up there, you lose all the support for the top. Okay, so you have to actually put it back in. If you cut it out just to get more access, you have to put it back, which I don't want to do. It's not that easy to accomplish. But it's a friend of mine, a very good friend, and I'll try to do the best I can for him. Okay, so cross my fingers he'll come to some type of conclusion that once he gets all these parts in and looks at the task, he won't put me through it. Which I doubt. But it's been 2 weeks now and he still doesn't have the parts, and so I'm starting to think maybe he's changing his mind, just doesn't want to tell me. This video may help prod him along to tell me, Dave, forget it, just go with the Gibson modification on that. Because guys, this makes a great Gibson ES339 once you're finished changing everything to Gibson. Okay, the fretboard is really nice on it. It's real rosewood. The frets are very well done, manicured. Now I've shaved them, worked on them. Good contour of the neck. Everything's good on this guitar. It's good to go as a 339. Just put the parts back on it. But we'll see what happens with it. So keep an eye out. And oh guys, be sure to enter my contest, okay? Hit that sub button, and leave a comment on the guitar contest video. Not this video. The guitar contest video. Leave a comment there so I can keep track of who's leaving comments and making subs and blah blah blah. Okay, especially the new guys. Okay, leave a comment on the guitar contest video, not this video, and unless you want to leave a comment on both of them, which is fine. Okay, obviously. Anyway, any questions about this project or the contest? Give me a holler, Dave in Texas. Bye.